And they're set to go with Manson taking a big run into the ball, but up goes Cousins and gets it out, and the handballs are back over the back. A quick chance there for McPherson. Gets a little kick in towards the half-forward line. Bamford overruns the ball as Jack sits sadly out of touch. Morwood backsteps. Always caught holding the ball. The umpire allowed play to go on. Here's a chance for Gayfer to knock it further afield, and it goes over towards the boundary line, over the line and out of bounds. I'll tell you who's missing for Collingwood. Mullane must be on the bench too. I didn't cite him all that last quarter. No. And Kerrison's the other one. Well, the moves have paid dividends as far as Lee's concerned. Now, Footscray have got to get a few moves to pay dividends. They got knocked down at Petraglia. He was caught though at a good tackle. The ball spills to ground, and it's going to be another ball up about 30 metres out from the sticks. In Footscray's forward zone, they're going towards the grandstand, and this the last quarter. Umpire sends a good bounce, goes wide. Rance gets it down on the ground. A chance though, good play. Kroll gets it over the top to Rosonico, and Rosonico goes out to the half-back flank. Up it goes. Better judge ball by Cousins. This one on the ruck seems to be doing a bit of good for him, Jack.
Yes, that was a good mark. He doesn't take many of those either, isn't he? He's a fumble as far as aerial work is concerned.
Going for a short pass down to McGuinness, and McGuinness takes the mark and now drives it in towards Beasley. Out in the centre of the ground, and 4 Collingwood players around Beasley as the ball's thumped away. A pick-up here by Cronin, dragged to the ground. Umpire said it's held to him, and it's going to be a ball up. And Bradbury gets up and taps him on the head. Collingwood fans, of course, were screaming out there for the free kick for holding the ball. Knocked down. Lockman gets the ball, boots it out towards half-back, goes towards the centre of the ground with a bounce. Eccleston knocks it away. A chance for Maloney coming through. Good play by Maloney. Taps it out when he is solidly met. Picked up there by Atkins. Atkins gets a tip wide. It's going towards the boundary line. McGuinness slips over in a practice wicket area. Dodges one tackle, gets a handball in. It goes too quickly to his teammate. Now it's Cousins getting a kick around. Goes to half-forward. Little Petraglia after it. Flips it over his head for McGuinness. He's caught, dragged to the ground. Ball still flying free. A chance here for the Bulldogs. Handball to Petraglia. He's on the left foot, fires towards goal. Good work by Gayfer. Gayfer was just shepherding Beasley right away from the action and allowed his teammate to go in and take a very easy mark. And going back now to take that kick is Paul Morwood. He was coming towards the grandstand side, and the umpire said, no, hang on, you've gone the other way, you're going to have to kick that way. His kick is right out towards the other side. Ford lost it in the sun, I think, when he was going towards it, and it's almost hit him on the head and the top of the chest and bounced over the line and out of bounds. If he'd let it go, it probably would have been his free kick anyway, because it was over the line. But he just touched it before the line. Or it touched him more than anything. He couldn't sight it. Flipped over the back and picked up by Jamie Turner, having a great day now in the centre. In towards the half-back line. Cloak goes in. It's flipped over the back and towards the boundary line, over the line and out of bounds. Footscray runner out in the ground. Maybe a move coming off. As the boundary umpire prepares to throw it in, we're now in a Magpies half-forward zone. Up they go, and a good knockout by Cousins gets it down to the ground. Ball was just dwelling there waiting for someone to pick it up, and the Bulldogs didn't go in after it. Now Petraglia changes his mind and goes in, but his kick is a shocker. Straight towards Christian. And Christian of Collingwood goes back in after taking the mark. He was thinking of going on, but he had a Rance holding him pretty securely, and then when the umpire said let go, Rance did. Kick is in the half-back. Cousins goes up, gets the ball to the ground. Ball hits the deck. Petraglia gets a little handball out to Cousins. Back towards Petraglia. He's well shepherded by Cousins. In fact, Cousins showing a bit of form since he's come over from the west. But the kick in towards the half-forward line is picking out the Collingwood big men, and Manson takes an easy mark over small players. His kick is not good, but Keys showing a lot of courage. Stands his ground as the players charge in after him, and he's taken the mark and gets a 15-metre penalty. Keys looks more than 16 years old, I'll tell you, and plays more like an experienced campaigner. Goes in towards half-forward, up they go, Foster in front, and Lee grabbed the mark. Picked up there, and a flying kick by Tazaris into half-forward. Where to? 2 Collingwood big men, and Manson goes over the top to take the mark. Footscray playing very poorly at the moment and not picking out their man. Kroll goes for a handball down the ground. It ends up with Keys. He ducks around 2 players, fires into the forward line. Up it goes in the air. Kennedy and Taylor doing battle. Kennedy knocks it away from Taylor. It's on the ground. Kennedy comes in again, picks it up, goes for a little short pass out towards the wing. A chance over here for the Bulldogs, Maloney to make it, and I should say McGuinness to make it. Couldn't do so. It's over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Umpire throws it in. Cloak goes up, gets it down to the side. A chance to break across the front of the pack. Oh, McPherson overran it badly, and his opponent, Turner, picks it up quickly, drives to half-forward, goes down towards the pocket. Taylor comes out, missed the ball, and it's over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. 5 minutes gone, not too much scoring so far in this last quarter. Neither side has moved the scoreboard. It's still 4 points the difference in Collingwood's favour. Cloak goes up, gets it down. still hanging on to it. Now sends out a handball. Another handball over there. And a flying kick in towards goal. Good play by Cloak. And who was it that kept it off? It was Gavin Brown. Good piece of play, but Cloak, I think you'd give the credits to, Jacks.
Yes, yeah, that's the one thing that I do like about Cloak and the ruck and around the ground, that when he does get the ball, he knows what to do with it. And he's always got that man in his eye, and he had him that time, Brownie. He just gave the hand pass. Well, he's on the ground himself, too, at that stage, Cloak, but he knew he was there, and he kicked a very easy goal.
Collingwood 13-4-82, now 10 points in front of Footscray, 10-12-72. The tip-top scoreboard, and 3KZ is football.
This quarter is proudly brought to you by Tip Top High Fibre, Melbourne's footy bread.
Good on your mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on your mum.
Purser back on the ground. James is off. Banks picking up Purser in the forward pocket. And Peter just mentioned Mullane's thigh is heavily bandaged and he's sitting on the bench.
Up goes the ball in the centre. A nice knock away by Manson. Over towards Ryan. Ryan a kick up towards full forward. Taylor comes out. Kennedy had the front position, but the ball bounces awkwardly. Kennedy comes back. Taylor was appealing for the free kick, but Kennedy playing the ball, kicks it down towards centre half back. Cousins goes under the ball. Keys picks up the ball onto the left foot, kicks up back in towards centre half forward, but running back for Footscray to take the mark is Cronin. Foolishly plays on. He's tackled and the handball goes wild. Picked up by Starcevic. He tried the blind turn but was tackled. Comes out towards Petraglia. He gets a handball to Darren Baxter. Baxter over to Eppleton, and Eppleton has one bounce. Then an awkward-looking handball over towards Cousins. It's a terrible handball, and coming through is Cole. Intercepts beautifully, but his kick is smothered. It goes into the hands of Petraglia, and Petraglia up towards centre half forward. Rance overruns the ball. Dennis Banks coming through. Picks up the ball. Handballs across to the centre of the ground to Rosonico. He handballs back towards Jamie Turner. Turner over towards Banks, and Banks a lovely kick in towards the centre half forward position. And Gavin Brown, showing a lot of promise today, comes in to take the mark at the centre half forward position, no more than about 47 metres out from goal. Well, they've got a good wall up at centre half back, Collingwood. Rance has just got to compete with Big Manson and a couple of other big players, and they're clearing the ball from that position very easily. Gavin Brown comes in, kicks the ball. He hasn't allowed for the wind, and it's going further away, over into the pocket. Kennedy punches the ball away. Starcevic picks up the ball, holding the ball. Had an attempted kick, I thought, that time, but according to umpire Russo, he made no attempt to get rid of it, and the free kick will go to Footscray's Eccleston. He puts a little kick in towards centre half back, where Petraglia has found good position and takes the mark. He goes for a little kick over towards Royal on the half back flank. Royal now looking to play on, but Big Cloak's on his mark, and that sends Royal back. Royal now goes for a big kick up to the wing position. Christian's over the back, knocks it high. Dennis Banks picks up the ball. Handballs across to Rosonico. Rosonico's tackled and gets a handball away, but it comes over towards Footscray, and coming through there was Steve Wallace. He gets a little kick in, but Morwood, scouting beautifully at the foot of the pack, dashes through the pack and kicks long up towards the half-forward flank. Hankins comes in, doesn't attempt to pick it up, kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Starcevic is in there, could have been free kick. Cousins comes in, grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and he will take the free kick. Well, the Collingwood fans saying that what happened to Starcevic was just as bad, but it's Cousins with the ball. He goes long now, down to the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. Dennis Banks goes up in front of, bustling Purser, and takes a good mark. Goes for a little kick in towards Rosonico. Rosonico has the mark. He goes for a little kick in towards Manson. Manson in the centre of the ground. Kicks long now, up towards centre half forward. Cloak's in the front position. Almost took that mark. It comes down towards Taylor. Tazaris is legged. Must get the free kick, trying to break away from that pack. And Zeno Tazaris now runs on. Kicks long up towards centre half forward. Rance is in there, but Christian's at the back. The ball comes down, bounces nicely for Petraglia. He's got a bit of pace and gets away. Beasley leads out, but the pass is wide to Beasley. Gafer comes in, picks up the ball. Beasley tackles him. He handballs away. Petraglia now picks up the ball. Ducks and weaves, gets around nicely. He's running into goals. He has a flying shot to goals, but the angle is too acute, and it bounces and hits the behind post after one bounce, and it'll be a throw in the Social Club pocket.
Some shocking kicking by Footscray, Jack.
Well, I tell you what, Beasley wouldn't be very happy about that. He made position beautifully, and a shocking pass there by Petraglia and put him out of action altogether.
and the ball comes down, and it's Bradbury of Collingwood clears the ball. A lovely handball across to Rosonico at centre half back. He's got a million touches this quarter, and he's all on his own. Handballs beautifully to Keys, and Keys showing a wonderful turn of pace. Has one bounce and kicks long. Kennedy's in the box position though. Out Judge Taylor on that occasion, and puts a nice mark in and gets a little kick out towards Eccleston on the half-back flank. He kicks over towards Royal. Royal a handball over to Michael Ford. He better hurry up and get a kick away. He does so on the left foot up towards Rance. Rance trying to play the ball in, keep the ball in play, but he cannot do so, and it's out of bounds on the half-forward flank.
Check of score with George Fitty at VFL Park.
Carlton 14-11-95, Essendon 8-6-54.
Gerald Burke at Richmond.
Richmond 18-11-119, lead Sydney 14-15-95.
Purser gets the knockout. It comes down towards Wallace. He can't get a kick away. McGuinness hits the ball along the ground over towards Purser. He's playing with the ball. Finally picks it up. Gets it over towards McGuinness. McGuinness a little handball over to Ron James. James a handball across to Rance. Rance goes for a little pass. Bamblett. Bamblett takes the mark. 25 metres out from goal. Almost directly in front. And he didn't even look very confident going to that one.
How many kicks has he got, Peter? What's his stats?
First touch. In fact, first touch. That's right. Yes, he's been hit solidly 3 times and hasn't shown a lot of interest in the game, Bamblett. But he comes in now, puts the boot to ball. It's not a good-looking kick, but it's through for a goal. The umpire ran right across and signalled between the goal and the behind post, but that's a much-needed goal to Footscray. They come within 4 points of Collingwood. 13-4-82 Collingwood on the tip-top scoreboard. Footscray 11-12-78.
3Ks it is, football.
This quarter is proudly brought to you by Tip Top High Fibre, Melbourne's footy bread.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
Roy Simmons, the score at Hawthorn.
West Coast 12-12-84, leading Hawthorn 11-12-78.
Here's the bounce of the ball. Manson down towards Brown, but his kick is astray this time. It goes in the arms of Baxter. Footscray with their tails up at the moment, but their delivery of the ball hasn't been good at all. Beasley well out from goal, almost held by Gayford, hits the ground. Rance, a beautiful tackle laid on him by Banks, and Banks stops the ball going any further. Turner goes in, gets it out of the pack through body work, and Lockman backs him up with a good handball wide to Keys, and he's played a snort to Keys. Comes down the ground, tries to do too much this time, and Eccleston's forced him the handball out in the wide, but he still gets his kick in towards the pocket. Cloak runs there and nearly runs into the fence, but the ball is over the line and out of bounds. It'll be on the full or brought back. No, it's on the full. Footscray will get the kick as we check with Bob Henderson at Geelong.
Geelong 23-7, 145. Lead Fitzroy 13-6-84.
On the last line, Tazara sends the ball out towards the back flank. Knocked away by Cousins. It's down on the ground, but all Rosonico is there. Rosonico goes in, gets a handball out wide towards Manson. Manson gets the big kicker towards the forward line. They've flown for it. Tazara stucks the head and got a whip around the head, but the umpire said play on. Goes to the boundary line, picked up. Foster gets it, boots it out towards the half-back flank. A chance for Rance, who's come right down on the wing. And the ball over the line and out of bounds for yet another throw-in. George Ferry, let's check a score with you again at VFL Park.
Carlton 14-11-95, led Essendon 8-6-54.
Boundary umpire throws it in. Cousins moves in. Manson gets it down on the ground. Rance comes in for Footscray, gets it all. Kick is smothered by Jamie Turner, but the umpire's found a free kick. Well, Footscray's getting the play now, Jack, but
yes,
they're not delivering the ball properly to half forward. As Laurie said, that wall across there has been pretty effective.
They've been doing the hard way, Collingwood. They're getting plenty of the ball, but they're not doing much with it.
Little short power. McGuinness just... while he was in front, and you can only say that he heard plenty coming, and a handball by James goes over to Petraglia, back to James. A chance for Beasley leading into it, in front, knocked away by Gay for a push in the back. The umpire said no. Picked up by Morwood. They deliver it out of danger again out the half-back, and a good mark to Ford of Footscray. Plays on a little short pass to James, and James marks. Thinking of going on, handball to Cousins. He runs into trouble, doesn't know where to go. You could swear he said, where do I go now? He just propped and was tackled by Filkey and did nothing. And Filkey will take the free kick. And Laurie's grayed noticeably in that 5-10 seconds. You wouldn't believe a man could turn 5 hairs into grey hairs in that amount of time. The handball over the top to Turner, and Turner goes in towards the forward line. Oh, a great battle there with Kennedy and Taylor, and Kennedy's won that one again. Boots it out the half-back. It's running too close to the boundary line, and it beats Wallace over the line and out of bounds. A golden opportunity for the Bulldogs to run the ball up that boundary line. Gerald Burke will have another score from you at Richmond.
Swans are within 14 points. Richmond 18-11-119, Sydney 15-15-105.
Well, now Jack's turning grey. Here's the boundary line throw in, and Magpies a blazing kick by Ryan towards the... well, he hoped to go towards goal, but it went straight over the line and out of bounds, and a free kick going Footscray's way to Foster. He and Kennedy have to be their best players for the day. Drives out the half, back up it goes in the air. In goes Manson, grabs the ball, picks it up pretty well too. Gets a little handball over the top to Atkins, or a bad bounce for Ryan there. He couldn't do much about it. Coming through as Foster again. Gets the ball and punts it up, but it's over the line and out of bounds for a free kick to the Magpies. It'll be taken over there by Christian. Roy Simmons has another score at Hawthorn.
Westcast 12-12-84, leading Hawthorn 11-14-80.
A little short pass goes into Manson. Manson turns around at between centre and the wing position. Fires in towards centre half forward. Big pack of players go up. Down on the ground. That was a push in the back and then around the neck, and the umpire's seen it too. And it'll go back, I think, to Foster. It is Foster. Has played a slaughter of a game, Jack.
Yeah, he's been very consistent for the full 4 quarters.
Oh, went for a handball and Cousins just snapped out of it again. Should have gone the other way to Baxter, but Cousins got in the way. But here's a good mark over there on the wing position that's been taken by Atkins. Atkins looking for someone to kick it to. Cloak's making position at centre half forward, and that's where the ball's going. Up they go in the air. Cloak goes over the top, couldn't take the mark. Bradbury picks it up. Bradbury, the Magpies to the pocket. Leaves Taylor a bit of a run. It bounces awkwardly for him. Kennedy's on his tail, and it's over the line and out of bounds. And that horrible scoreboard for Fitzroy fans is coming up with Bob Henderson at Geelong.
Geelong 24-7, 151 Fitzroy, 14-6-90.
Boundary umpire throws it in. Cousins against Cloak. Cloak wins the battle. A good knockout. Ryan is there almost. Hellman going for the ball. Play on. In goes Keys. He's had it taken out of his grasp by Cousins. Cousins sees Ryan pick up the ball. A handball over. Umpire letting it go at the moment. Scrambly football. Breaking through as Cronin. Gets a kick out but kicks towards the Magpies. But Royal whips in. Gets it over the top towards Ford with a tap down. Ford lures his opponent Christian, then decides to try and beat him with pace and gets away with it. Goes for the pass to Bamblett. He flips it over, but he should have marked the ball because it's gone straight to Morwood. Morwood picks up the ball, goes in towards the centre of the ground where Bradbury's all on his own. Bradbury turns, takes the mark. It's flipped out of his grasp by Wallace, but the umpire said play on now. Bradbury to the grandstand side with a left foot kick. Up they go in the air, and the mark has been taken down here for the Magpies by Gavin Brown, who centres the ball to Rockman. He's all on his own and goes for a dash. Rockman up towards Taylor and Kennedy. Kennedy at the back. Kennedy reaches over the top and thumps to the ground. The crowd cries for a free kick. Picked up by Cousins. Cousins over to McGuinness. A handball out to the half-back line. Maloney comes in, grabs it. Looks for someone to kick it to, but it's a shocking kick again. It falls short to Lockman. Lockman picks it up and sends it back to half forward, and Ryan spills the mark. Tries to pick it up, now does so. Comes in towards half forward, drives towards goal. Taylor and Kennedy again. It's over the back, and Kennedy's first to pounce. Has he got anyone to kick it to? He goes out towards the half-back flank. It's 2 Magpies to 1 Bulldog. They've spilt the ball. A hand coming in now. Cesaris comes in, grabs the ball, picks it up, left foots it, but he's gone too long. Rance is behind his man, and Christian will take the mark.
And it's Christian on the centre wing, the outer side of the ground. Played a very good game on Rance today. And he kicks long, up towards the half-forward flank. A big pack of players. Cloak over from the back, almost marked it. It comes down towards Maloney again. He gets a little kick in, and this time there are 2 Footscray players. McGuinness takes the mark. Handballs across to Royal. Royal now onto Rance, and Rance onto the left foot. Kicks up long towards Beasley. Beasley and 2 other players. He goes up, but it falls down towards Collingwood's ground. Bamblett comes in, kicks the ball along the ground, but good defensive there. Defensive work there by Jason Kroll. Comes in, gets both hands to the ball and knocks the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw-in 20 metres around from the Footscray goal. Purser in the back position. Manson gets up, but Purser knocks the ball down. Comes out to Morwood. He handballs the ball along the ground, but it comes over to McGuinness. McGuinness twists and turns, kicks back into the goal square. Beasley and Gaver. It's shepherded by Beasley, but through for 1 point. That will make the difference 3 points. Collingwood 13-4-82, the tip-top scoreboard. Footscray 11-13-79.
3 Ks it is, football.
This quarter is proudly brought to you by Tip Top High Fibre, Melbourne's footy bread.
Good on you, man. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, man.
Jason Kroll kicks the ball to himself, gets around Beasley, handballs to Banks. Banks across to his teammate in Morwood, and Morwood gets boot the ball, kicks it up to the half-back flank on the grandstand side. It bounces for Cousins. Cousin handballs to Royal. Royal to Bamblett. Bamblett better hurry up. His kick smothered. Good defence there by the Magpies, and it comes out towards Morwood. Morwood with a kick up towards Bradbury on the centre wing position, and Bradbury takes a good mark. He hurries up and plays on. Wallace is on the ground for Footscray. Bradbury runs around him, has 2 bounces, 3 bounces. He's down all almost to the 50-metre line and puts a big kick in towards goals. Rosonico, using his body beautifully, just held the Footscray player out. Fell back and took a lovely mark, and he's right in the 10-metre square. Used his body beautifully on that occasion.
He played well, this fellow, and he played well, this Rosonico.
Yes, he's made a lot of difference. A bit of pace and a bit of height. And he bangs that one through, and that's give Collingwood a bit of breathing space at the 20-minute mark. Collingwood, I think they've put it up 14-4, 88 points, 9 points in front of Footscray, 11-13-79.
What's his stats, Pete?
Rosonico, 15 kicks and 10 hand passes and 4 marks.
3 Ks, it is football.
This quarter is proudly brought to you by Tip Top High Fibre, Melbourne's footy bread.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
While they're getting a new football, George Ferry has a score at VFL Park.
Carlton 15-12, 102 to Essendon 9-6-60.
Gerald Burke at Richmond.
Richmond lead by 1 point, 18-11, 119. Sydney 17-16, 118.
Roy Simmons at Hawthorn.
West Coast 13-13, 91, leading Hawthorn 11-14, 80.
And Bob Henderson at Geelong.
Geelong 26-7, 163. Fitzroy 15-6, 96. Linda with 7.
And it's Cloak that gets the knockout. It comes down towards Filkey. He overruns the ball. It comes out towards Gavin Brown, but he can't pick it up. Foster's in there. Atkins picks it up and gets a kick away. Down towards centre half forward. Starcevic comes out and takes a mark. They've got their tails up again, Collingwood. Taylor leads out. It's a lovely pass towards him. Almost a mark. Play on is the call. The handball comes out, but Maloney of Footscray intercepts. Kicks over towards Royal on the grandstand side of the ground. Royal is met sullenly, but turns around, picks up the ball. He's tackled. Bradbury picks up the ball this time, but in the meantime, Royal has been paid a free kick. Didn't see what it was
Push in the back.
Push in the back, says Ian, and I'll believe you. That's not a good kick from Royal over towards Cronin. Cronin playing for a free kick. Turner handballs the ball over to Bradbury. Bradbury gets the ball out to Filkey. Filkey on the left foot, kicks up towards centre half forward. Manson comes in, and he's played a great game today and takes the mark. Turns around that awkward looking kick up towards Taylor and Kennedy. Kennedy's on the ground. Tazaris comes in, recovering well. Kennedy's still on the ground, holding his face. Tazaris kicks out to the outer side of the ground. There's a race here between Ford and Keys. Keys actually got the front position, did it beautifully. Tapped the ball over to Morwood, and Morwood goes forward. And there's Rosonico all on his own again. Tazaris didn't have time to recover and get back on his man, and the ball come back so quickly from Keys, and Rosonico has got the mark 30 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle.
Curran dragged off the ground, caught he on.
A couple of Footscray players found wanting today under the pressure. Cronin and Bamblett both on the bench. Rosonico comes in. It's an awkward-looking kick. Didn't follow through with that one, and through for 1 point. That makes the difference on the tip-top scoreboard. 10 points in Collingwood's favour. 14-5-89 Collingwood. Footscray 11-13-79. Kennedy goes to the other side of the ground and finds Ford with a nice kick out. Handballs over to Royal. Better get a hurried kick, and he does so. Kicks up towards centre half forward. Rance comes in and takes a mark. Gets a little kick over towards James. James let the ball run on. Royal picks up the ball. Handballs towards James. James is in there fighting hard. Knocks the ball out to Wallace, but he's tackled. There are 4 Collingwood players in there. Wallace had nowhere to go, and the Magpie defence holding very strong in this last quarter, and a ball up at centre half back's the result.
Difference is that Collingwood have got a team working, whereas Footscray are relying on 1 or 2 to try and get it down there, aren't they?
Yeah, the way they're going.
Down goes the ball. Cloak gets a knock away. It comes down to Kroll. He's been another good trier. Kicks up towards Starcevic, but it's running for the Bulldogs. Cousins is going to pick up the ball and does so now at centre half back. Kicks over towards Darren Baxter. He goes high. Can't take the mark. Rosonico comes in there, and so does Kennedy of Footscray, but they can't pick it up. Finally, it's Foster who does so. He picks the ball up, kicks into the centre of the ground, but Lockman all on his own comes in to take the mark. Rosonico's making a lead. Kennedy has to run out to try and mind him, and up goes Ford. He can't take the mark. It falls down towards Tazaris. He picks up the ball, runs back towards centre half back. Now puts a big boot into it, up towards Rance. Christian's in the front position, and Dennis Banks. Banks gets the handball out, and it comes back towards Christian. Christian twisting and turning, gets a little kick away now. It goes over towards the half-forward line, down towards the centre wing rather. Keys coming in, can't control the ball, and it's over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw-in.
We're coming up to time on, 24 minutes gone. A score from Gerald Burke and Richmond.
Richmond 18-12, 120, 1 point in front of Sydney, 17-17, 119.
Cloak and Cousins. It's Cloak gets the knockout again. It comes down towards Footscray though, but back to Cloak in the pack. A little flick out there. Comes over towards Brown. He gets a kick in towards centre half forward, and there's a good mark there. And that's Brown who's got the mark. It was Ryan giving the little kick across. Brown takes the mark, kicks up towards centre half forward. Taylor comes out, can't pick up the ball. Bradbury dives in, holds the ball to him. Kennedy comes out, makes sure the ball stays on the bottom of the pack, and the umpire will come in to bounce it up.
Roy Simmons, the score at Hawthorn.
14-13-97, leading Hawthorn 13-14-92.
Down goes the ball again. Manson and Cousins. Cousins gets the knock away, but it's all Collingwood. Bradbury comes in, but he spilt the ball. Tazaris comes in, tackled and loses the ball. Holding the ball, say the Collingwood supporters, but umpire Russo will come in and bounce it up at centre half forward.
Tazaris a little bit stiff there. He could have been paid a trip as he was legged on the way through. George Ferrier scored at VFL Park.
Carlton 15-12-102, Essendon 9-9-63.
Down goes the ball again. Cousins gets the front position, knocks it out, but it comes over towards Bradbury. Coming through there was Ryan. He can't get it. Atkins comes through, gets onto the left foot, kicks up towards Taylor. Taylor pushes Kennedy in the back, but Kennedy maintains the front position and will get the free kick. He's played well today, Kennedy. It's been a good battle. Gets the kick out towards Ford. He'd better hurry up. He's tackled by Keys. Good play, but Ford does get the kick away. Gets it over to McGuinness, who shrugs off a tackle. McGuinness goes in towards Purser. Purser goes up, can't take the mark, but Petraglia coming in behind the pack does take the mark as the ball went over the pack. Beasley leads out. In front there was Rance who spoiled Beasley. James comes in for Footscray, picks up the ball, screws it around towards goals. This is going very close. I'll wait for the umpire. It's a goal. That makes the difference. 4 points again. Collingwood 14-5-89. Footscray 12-13-75. That's on the tip-top scoreboard. 26 minutes gone.
And 1 minute to go. 3KZ is football.
This quarter is proudly brought to you by Tip Top High Fibre, Melbourne's footy bread.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
Fans have heard our call. They know it's only 1 minute to go. There's really rip-roaring now. Bounce of the ball comes in. Up goes Cousins. A chance for the ball on the ground. Bulldogs have got to get it moving. They can't do so. A push in the back. It's Footscray's free kick. Wallace has got the kick. James gives a lead. Beasley right out. The kick is smothered. Play on, says the umpire. This is going to mean the game for Collingwood. It's picked up by Brown. Brown into the forward line. Starcevic after the ball, chasing after it. Picks it up, is grabbed, gets a handball out, it goes wide, a chance for Wallace, he can't pick it up, another chance for Filkey with a handball to Ryan. Ryan turns on the left foot, down towards the forward line. Kennedy backing back, up they go, and Kennedy almost took the mark, it's on the ground, a chance for Kennedy again, a handball over the top. Eccleston with the ball, comes long to the wing. In front is Brian Corley, but Rosonic, you beauty, up over the top to pull the mark down. He's cramped. He's been in so much of the play, but this will see out time. He handballs to Bradbury. Bradbury over there on the left foot from the wing and the half forward. Timekeeper's getting ready. Up it goes in the air. It's down on the ground. Breaking through is Tazaris. And the siren sounds to end the thriller at Victoria Park with the Magpies up by 4 points. And every fan here has really had a game and a half to think about. Collingwood 14-5-89 to Footscray 12-13-85. A rip snorter at Victoria Park with the Magpies coming out on top by 4 points. 3KZ is football.
What's the first thing that flashes into your mind's eye when I say golden crumpets? Did you suddenly see 2 golden crumpets all freshly buttered for breakfast in bed? Or did you think of golden crumpet suppers around a crackling fire at night with the jam and honey melting right through? Oh, such golden memories of the original, unmistakable, unsurpassable golden crumpet. What an absolutely scrumptious thought.
Alrighty. Oh, the excitement out here at Victoria Park. But the Collingwood fans, despite their win, have still found time to give the umpires a hoot going off the ground. It's good to see that they haven't forgotten old principles. Now, let's check Gerald Burke at Richmond. How's that game going, Bergie?
22-minute mark. Swans 19-17, 131. 5 points in front of Richmond. 19-12, 126.
What's the crowd down there, Gerald?
About 22,500.
Well, they've been treated to a game and a half also.
True, Ian. Yes.
Roy Simmons at Hawthorn.
Yeah, the Hawks have been done by 12 points. West Coast 15-14, 104. Did Hawthorn 13-14, 92.
Take that again, though.
West Coast 15-14, 104. Hawthorn 13-14, 92.
All right. Anyone with the swagger goals?
Yes, Jason Dunstall kicked 5, but that's about the only one. In the West Coast Eagles, there's only 2 that kicked 2 goals.
All righty. Now, Bobby Henderson of Geelong.
Geelong 28-8, 176. Lead Fitzroy 16-6, 102.